Hello, everybody, and welcome back to yet another weekly IPL 2025 review here on iCaptain Media. Today, we are going to talk about the final stages of this IPL, and we have Ashik Lama with us and Vardhan Chalise, like always. Welcome, guys.
Hello, guys.
Hello, Sharvani.
Let's look at the game between the table toppers, Gujarat Titans and Delhi Capitals. Of course, not the best game ever, but Gujarat won by 10 wickets. Very easy game for Gujarat. Sai Sudharsan, obviously man of the match. He scored a brilliant century in that game. I was very disappointed with Delhi's performance in this match. What do you guys have to say?
Brad.
Absolutely a cracking nod by KL Rahul. He has proved this point over and over and over again that how good of a batsman he is. And then, batting at number 3, opening the innings, he has been like wearing different hats. We have talked about this in the past, he has wear different hats, different orders, and he has scored runs everywhere. So, he's one of the key aspects, Delhi has created in this league. Delhi was leading the scoreboard, means actually the board, I think, the middle stage of the IPL, and something happened. I don't know what changes in Delhi's game structure. They start, if you look at 1, 2, 3, 4.
That was the next question, Brad. What do you think start to go down south?
I think I think it's the pressure. I don't think means if just like we kind of praised Akshar for his great captaincy on the other first half. I'm just not gonna give him the credit for he didn't do a great job while captaining. The bowling changes has not been great for him, to be honest, because scoring 199 and losing by 10 wickets is absolutely it's just a disaster for any team. You know what I mean? Nothing click, but you know what? I think bowling changes makes a lot of difference too. So I think he was under a lot of pressure because once they started losing the games after the 8th match they won, and 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, like last 5 games, one is drawn and they lost 4 games.
Right.
So if you look at before that, they won about, out of 8 games, they won 6 games, and then they went south. So if you look at that, I think it's the pressure from different angle. And I think, I don't know, I mean, it's very tough to say. Batting wise, they have done well, but I think bowling wise, they shrinked every time. So I think the bowlers did not do a good job for them.
I think post 10 days break, 2 of their premium bowlers were not available. So that played a vital role of them losing these games because they were in the squad, they were in the playing 11 every game they played, and they were the ones giving breakthroughs every now and then. So them not being there definitely creates a vacuum. So you cannot just fly Mustafizur a day prior to the game begins and expect anything from him. So I really didn't expect much from him either.
But if you look at the game, I think he bowled pretty well in the in comparison
True.
to any other bowlers.
True.
So I think if you look at the other half of Delhi, I think the bowling kind of unit has been very, very fatal for them.
But not just the bowling. I would also say after KL Rahul had an amazing innings, it was very hard for the other batsmen to stabilize. And then just Shubman Gill and Sai Sudarshan just come and finish off the match for Gujarat. The openers just sealed the deal. It wasn't great bowling. It wasn't great batting apart from KL Rahul for Delhi the whole game.
But that's right. One scoring 120 because it was all revolved around KL Rahul. Everybody chip in 30, 25, 21. They scored, what they need to do to get to 199. It's a very good total. But I'm just disappointed for Delhi. The way we talked about Delhi in the beginning stages, they disappoint me a lot. Sorry, guys. I feel bad for you guys.
We expected more, but yeah. Let's talk about Lucknow Super Giants versus Sunrisers Hyderabad. Both were unable to qualify for the top 4, but let's talk about this match. Sunrisers won by 6 wickets.
Yeah, again, as we talk about every time, the upset. The bottom ranked team upsetting the other team, just like, Chennai winning against KKR, slimming the chances, before the washout game for KKR. And if you talk about this game, Lucknow has some chances to be in playoff, and then boom, again, Sunrisers, come up with the magical innings being in the bottom of the table. Means that's what happens all the time. And these are the games that you always want to look for because that changes the entire dynamic of the IPL. But as I again said, fantastic start by Lucknow as usual. Very disappointed Rishabh Pant the whole season. He has to do a lot of thinking after this IPL. I don't even know if he's going to be continuing at Lucknow or not. There have been a lot of things going in media about, the owner and Rishabh Pant. But no surprises, the same thing happened with KL Rahul too. So, I don't know what's going to happen. Let's see what happens later. But again, another 200 plus score. It's been happening, and another 200 plus chase, which is crazy. So, again, as we speak, Lucknow posted the runs, but, again, the bowling disappointed. As I always say, right, the team in IPL who's going to win is going to be a fantastic bowling unit team. The T20s are always a bowler's game, to be honest with you, not a batter's game. So for me, whoever has a good bowling unit is going to win this IPL.
Which is, in your opinion?
Punjab. We can talk about that later, but it was Punjab for me in the beginning stages because they had a lot of all-rounders. But that changed after the IPL break, because now they're losing Stoinis. Everybody's going to go back. They lost Josh England. So even batting-wise, wicket-keeper-wise, there are a lot of changes. So I think Mumbai Indians have a great chance and Gujarat Titans have a great chance. You know what I mean? For me in this IPL.
True. I mean, that's who I see, but somehow, somewhere I see Mumbai Indians sneaking in.
Yeah. Because see, what I'm saying is, Trent Bolt is coming back. That's
right.
The best thing for Mumbai. He didn't start the season pretty well, and boom, here he comes. Taking wickets, showing his experience. So, and then Sapner has been always an amazing bowler as we speak. So, what? Justin Bumrah is coming back, which is the last game, 3.2 overs for 3 wickets. So, if you want to see that, the bowlers are coming back. Batting wise, they came back, but if the bowlers would have not done a phenomenal job, they would have not won games.
Right.
So if you look at that, Trent Bolt, Statner, Jasprit Bumrah, Karan Sharma, everybody's kind of now coming back and backing up their batting unit, which has been a fantastic, thing for Mumbai at this point of time.
Obviously, and also they created this habit. They lost a few games. Everybody crumbled. They were at the tail end. They were at the bottom end. If you go back a few episodes down, I have mentioned this. I still see Mumbai Indians coming back and just winning all the way through. It wasn't a very big score. Delhi could have chased it, but if you just look at the Delhi squad and if you just look at the leadership in Delhi's fielding, you just could tell that it's not going to cut it.
The race for the orange cap and the purple cap, we're towards the end of the tournament almost. We have our top 4, and obviously, no surprise, Gujarat is leading the table, and Gujarat bowlers and batsmen, they're both leading the orange and the purple cap. So Sai Sudharsan, he's leading the orange cap, whereas Prasidh Krishna, he's leading the purple cap race. So what do you guys have to say about their performance?
Okay, so I think we're gonna talk about the 1, 2, 3, 4 first, Ravani. Gujarat leading from the front, they have high stake chance of winning this IPL. The only worry that I have for them is the top 3 has been performing very consistently, and if one of them, if the top order is going to collide or do not perform on one of the playoff games, they might lose. 2 openers scoring runs, Josh Butler coming scoring runs, but who they have later on, if you see Surfing Rutherford, he's been okay. Shah Rukh Khan, he has been scoring here and there. Tewatia is talented, to be honest, just gonna score a few runs. Haven't had a chance to play actually. The top order has done their work. So, it reminds me of India scrambling in one of the World Cup series when the top order was scoring, and that's exactly what I thought. What will happen if the top order is not gonna, score any runs? But in the other hand, the way we're talking about Punjab, look at the players that have been scoring runs in every order. So even lower in middle order, the guys who are batting down the order, they're all scoring runs. If you look at that, that's a good balance from a batting point of view, right? Again, for challengers, they are great unit at this point of time as well. So what if Kohli gets out early? They might lose the game as well. So that's one challenge for RCB. Another would be losing Josh Hazelwood. You're not gonna get another Josh Hazelwood at the same place. So these are the challenges I think they have. So for me, I think Mumbai has a solid chance, and then Gujarat is there. But I think for me at this point, number 3 and number 4 has better chances to winning IPL. Punjab and Mumbai, then Gujarat and Royal Challenge Bangalore. What do you have to say, Ashik, on this?
Yeah, I mean, I really don't see Bangalore going that forward, given so many reasons, as well as they don't have the experience of playing high, deep playoff games. So if they cut that through, great, but I really don't see that happening this year. Again, I'm sorry, Bangalore fans. Even though the color behind me matches somewhere, somehow, I still don't see you passing this through. Anyway, there is a wall in between. But yeah, Mumbai Indians is who I see basically going all the way through and winning at the very end. It's also because of the history, because of the deep-rooted experience that they carry through. And look at all the players that they have. Hardik, he has played almost all those finals, right? If you look at Rohit Sharma, played almost all those finals.
Sure.
Pollard is there in the dugout, like, managing everything that he needs to, and he has seen it, like, he has been there, done that. So if you look at the core structure, Jasprit Bumrah, Surya Kumar Yadav, so if you look at all these guys, they are Mumbai, they represent, and they've been there together. So experience-wise, they stand out compared to any of the other teams, is how I see this game. And, those who has this experience, if you look at Jasprit Bumrah, we all know what he has done last year to win the T20 tournament for India, the World Cup, right? So he's a magician, and Brad also mentioned he's just coming back.
Gujarat and RCB has been on top of the unit all the time. That's what we saw. Punjab has a flaky season in between. They were rotating by being in the bottom of the table coming up. So, the chances are mixed. They have had bad losses. They have had great wins. So they are ready actually for these playoffs. They are ready for the battle, to be honest. Means, personally, honestly speaking, I like Gujarat too. I have seen really good batting in it. But, for me, as I always mentioned, right, RCB and Gujarat are very dependent on the top order batting. And if they fail, I don't think there's a way out for them.
And Josh Butler won't be available now, right? So for the opening, it's going to be really tough for Gujarat.
Yeah, who's gonna bat at number 3? Like, for example, if you see last 4-5 games for RCB too, he has been consistently scoring runs. He's been a center of attraction, and everybody's scoring runs around him. See, one game Krunal scores 73, one game Jacob Bethel scores something, one game Phil Sar scores something. But all these things, Kohli has been maintaining this circle around where he's like controlling the players, giving that confidence. If Kohli gets out, what's going to happen? That's the question I have. If for Gujarat, what if the top 3 fails? What's going to happen to that? But when you look at Mumbai and Punjab, it's a whole different story from a batting unit. If the top order fails, the middle order is going to score runs. The bottom of players is going to score runs. So they have this backup. So that's the analysis we have. But you never know. It's cricket. Anybody can score any.
True.
Now I agree with Brad. I think Punjab has like the most chances, not because I'm biased. Like Kagi Saravada is one of my favorite bowlers, so I think if not Delhi, I'd rather go with his team.
True. So Savan, if you were also talking about the orange cap, right? So as I said, right, I was mentioning him from day one, like Sudharsan's gonna be there, and he's been improving that point. He's scoring every game. You know what I mean? Like he's been scoring runs. That was a fantastic century from the last game. So I think Sudharshan's still gonna hold the orange cap in this IPL. Power play. That makes a lot of difference. As we talked last time too, Surya Kumar Yadav and Sudharshan doesn't have a comparison, to be honest. For me, Vizca is a better batsman than Sudharshan because he comes later on the stages, plays all the shots, whereas Sudharshan has this 6 over, the power play benefit. Even Kohli has that benefit. So, anybody, when you have to do comparison, has to compare opener to openers, middle order to middle orders. We have to compare apple to apple, oranges to oranges. We cannot compare apple to orange or, something else. So that doesn't make any sense, On the bowling side, on the purple cap, I'm surprised Prasidh Krishna had 21 wickets. He's not one of my favorite bowler in India, to be honest. He's a very mediocre bowler for me, but I think he's getting older and wise and more experienced to take these wickets. He understands, where to bowl, what to do. He's just not coming and bowling the wickets. And as we mentioned last time too, this IPL has been more of a seamer paradise. From the bowling side than the spinner. You see Noor there. Of course, there's Dhoni to support him up. But if you look at that, Trent Bolt right back. I was not expecting to do that. He's back in the seat number 3. Bumrah again, Mumbai. He's there. So if you want to look at Arshdeep, so if you see all the spinners are thrown back and seamers on the top unit. So whoever is gonna do well with the seaming, I think is going to have a fair chance to win this IPL too from the bowling side.
What do you think of the run for orange and purple cap?
I mean, I see the same. Like, I was looking at Sai Sudarshan, but, lately I was looking at Virat Kohli and now Surya Kumar Yadav. So everybody has been in the mix. But the way everything's been going and only, 1 to 2 games remaining, I still see, Sai Sudarshan getting that. In the bowling side, who were that? Like, I forgot the name.
Prasidh Krishna.
Yeah, Prasidh Krishna and the other guy.
Noor Ahmed.
Noor is 21 wickets each. Trent Bolt is 9. Hazelwood 18, but it's out of the series. Bumrah is at 16 out of
Right.
9 games, which is very impressive, to be honest. So as I say, Bumrah is back.
Right. Right.
Big time.
So Bumrah is back, but he came back after in the middle of the season. So
Right.
look at it. For me, he is the highest wicket taker if you just compare apple to apple.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's just be fair and put that together. So I would still go with Jasprit Bumrah. I still see, because next game is going to be a very high voltage game. The way I see, if Mumbai bat first, I see Bumrah taking 3 wickets in the second inning because of the magnitude of that game.
But Punjab and Mumbai is going to be a hardcore match, because whoever winning might have a chance to go to the playoff because of psychological, effect they might have, because they're going to play the playoff later. This is already out, so that team doesn't matter. I think Punjab has to kind of try different things, try to give different players, try different mixtures, because it doesn't matter for them. Maybe they might want to be on the top of the table, just to have to be an eliminator. In my thinking, the last game between Punjab and Mumbai is going to be a kicker game.
Sure. Yeah, then that is what I'm looking at, and that is where I see if Punjab bats second, I'm pretty sure, whether it's a high scoring game, low scoring game, it's going to be a very high voltage game. There might be a situation where they are fighting for 1, 2, 3, because if you are now 3, now you don't have a second chance.
Correct.
To be either 1 or 2.
2.
Right? So that is where I see the fight and the current coming through.
True.
The next couple games is going to be determining those particular things. I think we already know 1, 2, 3, 4, but 1, 2, and 3, or even 4, that's the fun part to see.
Basically, both of the teams are eliminated, so Gujarat has a fair chance to be at number 1 role. RCB has 2 games, and they're also playing the Sunrisers and LSG. So these games going to be interesting, because they might put these teams to the number 3 and number 4 seed. So that might also be interesting. I think they're going to have Gujarat and RCB is going to have their full-fledged team to go and attack, win these games. But as I said, this is going to be pretty interesting. But Punjab and Mumbai, Mumbai only have 1 game with Punjab. Punjab had 2 games. So if Punjab wins both the games, they're going to be at top of the table. So they have fair chance to, qualify earlier. So, it's going to be pretty interesting. Mumbai having 1 game, they might have 18 points.
Right.
So if you look at that, Mumbai, I don't think they're going to be 1 and 2 at this point of time.
We'll see.
So that is it for today. We will be back again next week, and the title race will be even more heated up. We will know who's going to get eliminated by probably next week when we're back. So that's very exciting. Let's see what happens. Thank you so much for joining today. We will be back again next week with more IPL updates. Till then, stay tuned, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to iCaptain Media.
Thank you.
Thanks, Brad.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye.